What's up, everyone? I'm Cara, and the last 24 hours just gave us game-changing XRP news. We've got XRP breaking its first higher high in 6 months, a $5 trillion banking partnership, and a top CEO saying people betting against XRP will regret it. This is massive. Let's go. First, breaking technical analysis from January 24th. XRP just broke its bearish structure with the first higher high in 6 months, and this is huge for what's coming next. Here's what happened after XRP peaked at $3.66 in July 2025. It entered a multi-month downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows, 4 monthly losses out of 5. XRP lost 39% of its value during that period. The pattern was brutal. XRP hit 296 in August, recovered to 320, but that was a lower high. Then dropped to 269 in September. Another lower high at 228 in late November, then collapsed to 177 by December 19th. But here's the breakthrough. When XRP rebounded in early January and hit $2.41 on January 6th, that was a higher high compared to the 228 November peak, the first higher high on the daily chart in 6 months. Analyst Shul Fallings from Alt Crypto Gems confirmed this. XRP has officially broken the bearish structure that lasted since July. The pattern of lower highs and lower lows? Done. Now here's what XRP needs to do. It must maintain this new trend of higher values. That means forming a low higher than the December floor of 177, then rebounding to prices higher than the 241 peak. XRP is currently trading around $1.92, still down from the January 6th peak. But the structure has changed. The bearish momentum is weakening. This is textbook technical analysis. When an asset breaks a multi-month pattern of lower highs and lower lows, that's your first signal that the trend is reversing, and XRP just did it. Sources: The Crypto Basic, Story 2. And this is the institutional adoption story that changes everything. Ripple just partnered with DXC Technology to integrate blockchain into a banking platform that handles $5 trillion in deposits, 300 million accounts. This was announced January 21st. DXC Technology, a Fortune 500 company and leading enterprise technology partner, is integrating Ripple's institutional-grade blockchain technology into DXC's Hogan Core banking platform. And the Hogan platform? It powers more than 300 million deposit accounts, over $5 trillion in deposits globally. This is one of the largest core banking platforms in the world. Here's what's being integrated: Ripple's digital asset custody, Ripple payments, and RLUSD, all going directly into core banking environments that institutions already trust. Joni Tsai, Ripple's VP and Managing Director for North America, said, quote, "Banks are under increasing pressure to modernize while continuing to operate on complex infrastructure. Our partnership with DXC brings digital asset custody, RLUSD, and payments directly into the core banking environments institutions already trust. Together, we're enabling banks to deliver secure, compliant digital asset use cases at enterprise scale without disruption." This is the key: without disruption. Banks don't have to tear out their decades-old core systems. They can access the digital asset ecosystem while maintaining their existing infrastructure. DXC's global head of financial services said, quote, "For digital assets to move into the financial mainstream, institutions need secure custody and seamless payment capabilities. Our work with Ripple brings those capabilities together in a way that allows banks to engage in the digital asset ecosystem without changing their core systems. This partnership supports programmable payments, tokenization, custody and transfer of digital assets, all integrated into core banking. This isn't a pilot. This is production-ready deployment. And here's the scale. DXC processes more than $5 trillion in payments every year. This positions Ripple as a foundational component of modern banking infrastructure." Sources: DXC Technology, PR Newswire, CoinPaper. Story 3, Jake Claver, CEO of Digital Ascension Group, just dropped a warning. People betting against XRP are likely to regret it. And here's why his argument is so powerful. This came out January 24th from the Crypto Basic. Claver emphasized that XRP was deliberately engineered with a specific purpose beyond price speculation. He said, quote, XRP stands with purpose. While much of the crypto market has chased scarcity narratives, hoping to become digital gold alongside Bitcoin, XRP has taken a different path, focusing on solving tangible real-world problems. Claver pointed to historical market trends. He said, utility ultimately outperforms hype over the long term, and XRP's distinct design and real-world use case set it apart. Critics have frequently downplayed XRP's role in cross-border settlements. They label it as speculative. But Claver warned that investors betting against XRP may ultimately regret it. And the XRP community rallied behind his commentary. Why? Because the evidence is piling up. RippleNet connects 300-plus banks and financial institutions across 45 countries. Financial institutions like SBI Group and Tranglo already use XRP for settlements. And now with the DXC partnership, Ripple is being integrated into a $5 trillion banking system. This isn't hype. This is measurable adoption. Claver's perspective. This problem-solving capability signals that broader adoption is only a matter of time, and it could support long-term price appreciation. But there's still pushback. Some skeptics argue that Ripple could eventually replace XRP with RLUSD, but here's the reality. XRP and RLUSD serve different purposes. RLUSD is for stability. XRP is for liquidity and settlement. They're complementary. The bottom line? XRP was built with utility from day one. Fast transactions, 3 to 5 seconds. Negligible fees, scalable. These aren't features added later. This is the foundation. Sources, the crypto basic. The big picture? XRP just broke its first higher high in 6 months at 241. Ripple integrated into a $5 trillion banking platform, 300 million accounts getting access to digital asset custody and RLUSD. Top CEO warning that betting against XRP is a mistake. And XRP is trading at 192. The bearish structure is broken. The institutional partnerships are real. The utility argument is winning. None of this is financial advice. Always do your own research. Crypto is volatile and risky. But first higher high in 6 months, DXC bringing Ripple to $5 trillion in deposits. This is the foundation being laid. Smash that like and subscribe. The trend is changing. Let's go.